to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Hi everyone, my name is Mridul and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my YouTube journey, along with which I'm also going to be sharing with you guys my personal tips and tricks that I've been using since the last 4 years. A couple of days ago, it was my 4-year anniversary here on YouTube, and I believe I've learned quite a lot in this journey and I would love to share all of it with you guys. So if you're a budding YouTuber, a blogger, I really hope this video comes of any use to you guys. This video is going to be like a very basic surface level sort of a video, but I thought it was important to cover the basics in this first video. If you want me to do a more detailed video about a specific topic related to YouTube, let me know in the comments down below. Would love to do a part 2. But without any further ado, let's just get started with today's video. I'm going to be covering 5 basic topics. The first one being just a gist of why I began and like my journey. Very short version, don't worry, I'm not going to go on and on about it. Other than that, I'm going to be talking about equipment, editing, music, and also some tips and tricks as to how I try to increase my subscriber count and my views as well. So let's start with my story. As I mentioned, it's been 4 years since I've been doing YouTube, but before I started making videos, I used to actually blog. So when I was in 12th standard, I started my blog, which by the way is still up on the internet. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below. Please don't judge me. I was like 16 years old when I started writing this blog, after which I moved on to another blog, which was like a proper website, and I think I did that for 3 or 4 years. It was nice, but I wasn't really going anywhere. I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't satisfying me creatively. So finally, I built up the courage to start a YouTube channel. Honestly, I wanted to start a YouTube channel back in 12th standard when I was 16, but I was so intimidated by the idea of sitting in front of a camera and talking to a camera alone that I was like, you know what, let's just stick to blogs. Pictures are an easier way of communication. I'm not trying to undermine blogging by any means. It is very difficult, but I just think it's a little bit less intimidating. So yeah, here we are. It's been 4 years and I have a beautiful family of 300k subscribers, which, I mean, if you would have told me this a few years ago, I would not have believed you. But yeah, that's what it is. I feel really grateful about where I'm at, and honestly, it's all thanks to you guys. I'm not gonna get mushy here. Let's just move on to the main topics, which is why you're probably here. Equipment. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I do not think it's important for you to invest in a camera right when you start making videos. I think if you have a smartphone, you can just use the back camera of your smartphone, but make sure to use the back camera, not the selfie camera. I feel like these days all smartphones have such great cameras and you can make do with that. But if you are looking into buying a camera, I would personally recommend getting the Canon G7X Mark II. So that's actually my vlogging camera. That isn't the camera that I'm using right now, but I think it's just such a versatile camera. You can vlog on it, you can make beauty videos, you can travel with it. It's just great. Personally, that's what I think. I also take my Instagram pictures using that. It is a little bit expensive, but I think it's totally worth the investment. When I started my YouTube channel, I started off with this Canon 700D camera, DSLR. It was actually my mom's and I stole it from her and I still have it, and yeah, I still use it. But up till last month, I used to use the kit lens that came with the camera. Very recently, I switched to a 40mm lens, and I don't know why it took me so long to make this switch, because this lens is for like 9,000, 10,000 rupees, which is a lot of money, yes, but for a lens, it's very cheap, because I was looking at lenses which were close to like 1,00,000 rupees or even 50,000 rupees, and this beautiful lens is only for 9,000 rupees. And I personally love like the effect and just like the clarity as well. I have seen a lot of you guys comment that my quality has improved, so yeah, clearly it's a great lens. So those are the only 2 cameras that I personally use. I would obviously love to get a GoPro, a drone soon, but then it makes sense to get all of that once we're able to travel, because GoPro or drone ko main kya hi karungi. करूँगी, you know, घर पे तो it doesn't make sense right now. But yeah, that's the only equipment camera wise which I'm using right now. Lighting is so important. Now if you have beautiful big windows at home and you get lots and lots of sunlight, perfect, just use sunlight. Personally मेरे घर पे we do not get like ample amount of sunlight, so I've always stuck to artificial lighting. I have this amazing vanity which has like bulbs all around it, and I used to use that as lighting. I think it gave me great lighting and great clarity for my pictures. But I also do own 2 soft boxes. By the way, everything that I'm talking about will be listed in the description box below, so do check out the description box for more details, because I'm not very good with like names of like products, so it's just going to be a better idea for you to check out the description. So as I was saying, I do own 2 soft boxes, and very recently I got a ring light. Again, I do not know why it took me this long to get a ring light. The only source of light that I'm using right now is my ring light, and I think the video looks quite beautifully lit. This ring light was for 4,500 rupees if I'm not wrong, and I got it from the Canon store as well. One more thing that I also use is this panel light which I attach on top of my camera. It's great to travel with because it's so small and compact, so when I'm traveling I'll take that ring light with me in case I need like additional source of lighting. So that's it for lighting. Now let's move on to audio. Now tell me how many times you've gone onto YouTube, started watching a video, and the audio sucked and you exited from that video because of the audio, not the video quality. Which is why I think audio is again very important, sometimes even a little bit more important than the video quality. It's been 4 years and I still use my phone as an external source of audio. I personally don't like the audio that my camera records. I don't think it's up to the mark, so I like to use this external source for my audio. I just go onto the voice memos app on my phone and I record my voice, and in post-production I'll sync it, which is very easy. It literally takes 2 minutes. But I have been considering upgrading, so let me know in the comments down below if you think my audio quality could improve. Of course, there's always room for improvement. Let me know what you think. I'll also list down the mic that I'm considering buying. I think it's for 7,000 rupees, which again is not very expensive if you like do your research. 7,000 rupees is like a very basic price that you have to pay. But again, if you're starting out, do not invest in a mic. I think a phone does a great job. Tripod. So the first few months when I started my YouTube channel, I would actually just like stack a bunch of books, lay my camera on it, my DSLR on it, and record my videos. And very soon I realized that I have to make DIY videos and I need like my camera to move around in like different angles, and a stack of books can't do that. So my mom was very kind enough and she got me this Benro tripod. Description mein hoga link, all the details. And I still use the very same tripod till date. I have bought another one just so that I have like a spare one, but I still use the same exact model. I think it's a very basic one, very inexpensive, very sturdy, so I would definitely recommend getting this tripod. Another tripod that I use when I'm vlogging is by Manfrotto. Kritika Goel is the one who recommended me getting this one, and I've seen a lot of people use that tripod. It's a very small tripod. It's perfect for like handheld videography, and it also has a head which you can like rotate around. I think it's a beautiful tripod, very sturdy. I've had it for 2 years now and it works still the same. I have a few miscellaneous equipments that you might need. So the first one being a hard disk. I think a hard disk is very important for you to simply have a backup of all of your videos and also the raw footage, because you don't want to delete your footage. I mean, that's just my opinion personally. I still have the unedited footage from my first video. It's just nice to have. You never know when you're gonna need it, so get a hard disk. I personally now have like 3 hard disks full of data. The next thing is so important and it's so inexpensive. It's for like 400 rupees. It's an SD card holder. You want to protect your SD cards. You don't want them to get corrupted and eventually them like ruining your camera. So get this holder. I very recently got it because मेरे cards भी थोड़े glitchy होना शुरू हो गए थे. Haley and I actually had a discussion about this and we came to the conclusion that we should invest in a nice SD card holder. So yeah, that's what I've been using. And if you have SD cards, do not leave them like lying around randomly, because it's just going to cost you a lot of money in the long run. Editing or post production. Now I get questions about this all the time, and I feel very flattered because it just makes me feel that you guys enjoy my style of editing, but there's no rocket science to this. Let me start off by saying that I use Final Cut Pro, which is a software that's only available on iOS. So I do have a MacBook Pro and I use that to edit my videos. If you have a MacBook as well, you can just simply stick to iMovies. That's very basic, very user friendly, and for beginners I think it has a lot of features. Now if you don't have a MacBook, if you have a Windows laptop, or if you don't have a laptop altogether, you can also use your phone. I've done a little bit of research and listed down some softwares and also some apps that you can use in order to edit your videos yourself, but I will say that I have not personally used them, so I can't vouch for them. I have heard a lot of good things about them, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of trial and error for yourself. Now talking about how I learned how to edit. Honestly, all I did was I went onto YouTube, I searched how to edit on FCP, and I saw this 2-hour long video and sat down with like a book and a pen and wrote down everything that the video taught me, and I practiced. So whatever software you use, just Google how to use it, and it's just as simple as that. I personally really enjoy editing, which is why if I come across, say, a movie or an advertisement and I really like a particular shot or like a transition, I'll Google like how can I recreate it, how can I edit it using FCP, and I just practice. That's just how I like to do it. But if you think editing isn't as important, which is fine, I feel like content of course is king. If you don't want to invest a lot of time into editing, just learn how to do the basic cut and like add music, and I think that's basically about it. Music. So for the last 4 years I've been using music from YouTube Creator Library. I think that's what it's called. Basically they have thousands of songs available for creators like us, wherein we can download the song and use it for free without being copyrighted. But I know a lot of creators use websites like Epidemic Sounds, wherein you pay a small subscription fee and you can use the music that's available on their website, again without being copyrighted. I have considered doing that, but right now in this situation it just doesn't make sense for me to buy that subscription, because as you can hear, even right now there's no background music. But if you make a lot of vlogs, I think it totally makes sense to buy that subscription fee. But for starters, new YouTuber के लिए जरूरत नहीं है. Just stick to YouTube library. They have thousands of songs and I think those should be enough for a year. Now another FAQ that I get all the time is give us ideas on what videos to make. Now this might sound a little bit harsh, I'm sorry if it does, but it's true. If you want to be a content creator, you cannot ask someone else what content you should create. It needs to come from you. Everybody has content blogs, that's okay, but when you're beginning, when you're starting off, I think you should be ready with like a plan. This is what I recommend to everyone who wants to start a YouTube channel. Get a book, get a pen, write down 20 video ideas and write about all of these ideas in detail. Don't just like write the topic ki DIY home decor. No, write down everything that you're going to be making in that video in detail. Once you do build a community, of course it's great to take suggestions from your audience, but overall I think 70% of the ideas should come from you and 30% kind of like a collaborative thing with your audience. Okay, now let's come to the juicy bit. I think this is what most of you are here for. How do I gain subscribers and how do I gain views? Now there's no secret formula to it, but I do think there are like a few tips and tricks that could potentially help. The first one being, be consistent. I know, so cliche, but I have to add it in here. So consistency is important for a few different reasons. The first one being, practice makes perfect. The more you post, the better you're gonna get at your craft. Other than that, if you post consistently, the algorithm is gonna pick that up. Now this is what I've understood and this is what I've learned from watching and doing a lot of research. The more you post, the more likely your video is to turn up on the explore page. And even, you know, when you're watching a video, there are a bunch of suggestions on the right corner or at the bottom. So that is definitely something you want, and being consistent is gonna help you achieve that. And the last reason is to build a strong connection with your audience and to increase engagement. Let me give you An example. So you have a friend. The more you meet that friend, the more you spend time with your friend, your bond is more likely to get stronger. It's the same logic with posting videos. The more videos you post, the more attached your audience gets to you, almost the more they get to know about you, and there's just a lot more engagement and like a feeling of community. And of course you want that, right? You're making videos because you want to build a community. At least that's what I would think. That's one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel, at least. So definitely consider being consistent, because when I started my YouTube channel, I remember I would post like maybe like twice a month, really far in between. Like there would be such a huge gap between my uploads, and that wasn't getting me anywhere. And when I started posting consistently, I did see like an increase in my subscribers and views. Thumbnails. So I think thumbnails are so important. Sometimes even a little bit more important than the title. At least this is what I've noticed. When I look at a YouTube video, I don't really tend to read the title. I just look at the thumbnail. If the thumbnail gets my attention within the first 5 seconds, I'll click on it or I'll just scroll. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me. That just goes to show how important a thumbnail is. Your thumbnail needs to be engaging, it needs to be bright, it needs to put the point across within like the first few seconds of like the audience seeing it. You want them to click on it. This is one question I always ask myself when I'm done making a thumbnail. Would I click on the thumbnail? If the answer is no, most likely others won't as well. Like if the thumbnail doesn't appeal to you, how is it going to appeal to anyone else, right? So make it again. I make my thumbnails using the app PicSart, and sometimes I'll even use picmonkey.com. I have paid like a premium fee to get access to all of their features, but again, you don't need to do that in the beginning. I think I just paid the fees like 6-8 months ago, but iske pehle मैं भी free version ही use करती थी, and the free version is enough, to be very honest. Make popular videos. Every niche has like a popular video that does well overall. So for example, in the lifestyle category, routines do really well. Morning routines, night routines. In the beauty category, I know no makeup looks do really well. Traveling में Goa vlogs do really well, and similarly fashion में Sarojini Nagar, Colaba Causeway hauls do really well. I remember when I first ever posted my Colaba Causeway haul, I did see the number of subscribers increase, almost kind of shoot, and also my views really increased, and of course that helps, you know, you're bringing in a lot of new people to your channel. So definitely do a lot of research in your niche and try to make popular videos here and there. Don't just make popular videos, of course, but try to make a few here and there and give them like your own twist. Similarly, make trending videos. So every now and then there's like a trend going around. Like a few months pehle, I remember A to Z food challenge was like a huge trend, but the thing with trending videos is that you need to make it at the right time. There's a very short window wherein you need to like swoop in and drop the video at the right time. Of course, if you post it thoda baad mein, it will do well, but it has the potential of going viral. This is something that I need to work on as well. I know I do make trending videos here and there, not so much, but I don't make it at the right time, so I kind of lose out on the potential of the video. So definitely stay up to date with the trends, be informed, and drop the video at the right time. Let's talk about watch time, session watch time. What that means is how long does a viewer watch your video. Now if your video is 15 minutes long and if your viewer exits within the first minute of watching your video, your watch time isn't very good. You want your audience to stay till the end of the video preferably, but I would say at least 70 to 80% of your video, which obviously means that you need to make your content very engaging and people shouldn't get bored and like exit from your video. The reason why I say this is very important is because again, the algorithm is going to pick it up. If you have a good watch time, most likely a video is going to be suggested on the suggestions and also the home page. Something related to watch time is the duration of your video. When I started my YouTube channel, I remember people would say don't make videos too long, stick to 7 minutes or less, and that was just the thing back then. But now things have changed quite a lot and I've noticed that longer videos do well. And from what I've done a little bit of research on, what I've learned is also the algorithm has changed. Algorithm does push out videos that are a little bit longer. That's what I've heard a few YouTubers saying, like a few reliable YouTubers, so I believe them. And in my personal experience also, I've seen ki long videos do well. Not just my videos, I've seen my peers' videos whose videos are like 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long. Those do well as well. And the last tip that I have for you guys is to improve your videos search ranking. What I mean is, if you've posted, say, a 2-minute makeup challenge, for example, when you type 2-minute makeup challenge, your video ideally should show up on the first page of like the search. If it doesn't show up on the first page, you're not doing a very good job with your keywords. Keywords, again, very, very important. You need to add your keywords in the title, in the description box. You need to have SEO tags. So if you have the right keywords, your video ranking will automatically get better and people will get access to it a lot more. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I know today's video was like a very basic video, but I thought it was important to cover the basics before we dive deep. So let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make a part 2 and also what you want me to talk about related to YouTube. Let's talk about today's giveaway. So this is what today's giveaway looks like. I'm going to be giving away this ring light, which is one of my favorite equipments, and this giveaway is only for my YouTube fam. So if you're a budding blogger or a YouTuber, I really hope this comes in handy. In order to win, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also just comment down below what kind of videos you like seeing from me the most. That's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.